A lot of us do things in our spare time to help people. Jeff has made it his life's work. It's just how he's wired.
It's nice. This is the 5th annual Ride for Human Rights, and it's the 5th annual because now for 5 years, every year I've gone on a ride to benefit human rights first. By going into the heartland and talking to people, not driving through it, not flying over it, but really going into it, I'm reminded of the generosity and the wealth of this country, how much room we have for other people, and how willing Americans are to share our country with other people. My first refugee case was referred to me by Human Rights First, a Haitian client, back in 1983. After I did one case and won it and realized that my calling was helping refugees, I continued to take cases for myself on my own. Renaz came to me by a circuitous route, word of mouth, as many of my clients do. I found the case compelling, and I told her I would pursue it without fee. She's from a country in which the conditions are too horrible to describe. She's also an ethnic minority that has been persecuted in Syria for a long, long time, is persecuted throughout much of that part of the world.
The war started. Assad's regime was bombing the poor neighborhoods. People were staying in the schools. They don't have mattresses to sleep. They have kids. They don't have milk. They don't have food. So we thought we really need home for me and the kids. I talked with my uncle who lives in Sweden. I told him, do you think I should come to Sweden or go to the States? I need a safe place. And he said, go to the States, because in the States, everybody immigrates from another place. Like people from Italy came here and they became American, or from Russia and they became American. So he said, go to the States and your kids will be American. And of course, me too. It is important to help the people who seek asylum, because they don't come for pleasure. They come to save their lives. I'm really grateful because what he did to me. I wish I can pay him back, and I wish there are lots of people like him, because he would teach you to give back. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Jeff has a big heart, which you probably pick up in the first few minutes when you meet him. We met in college, and it wasn't hard to figure out that this guy has a huge moral compass. I'd say that moral compass has grown over the years, and now includes this giant ride. You know, the whole family really gets involved in the bike rides. We all talk all the time. We want to, people want to know, how's Dad doing? I miss him. We're usually not apart for any longer than a business trip for me or for him. And when he's gone on the bike rides, that's the longest we're usually apart.
That's the longest we've ever been apart.
Yeah, that's right.
They're about 3 weeks at a time.
I usually write the Bon Voyage blog post, and I put, my angst in it of him leaving.
In October of 2014, an SUV rounded the corner and hit me head on. The driver was driving on the wrong side of the street. I was taken to the hospital. I spent 8 hours in the emergency room and more than 2 hours in surgery to have a titanium rod and 4 screws inserted in my left leg. What I think it takes to continue to ride in any case, and particularly after a near-death experience such as the one I had, is that you need nerve. You need chutzpah. And I'm determined not to lose my nerve and to get back out there and go a long way for myself and for the benefit of the refugees helped by Human Rights First.